Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at around 200 Pact Shards. It is 8 a.m. for me, and I have been awake for 3 hours now. I decided, you know what? To heck with it. I'm going to record Monster Train before work. So here we are. Normally, I don't record bright and early in the morning because oftentimes I wake up in, this is very normal, right? You wake up in some kind of a fugue state and you're simply just not all there. And you really don't want to try to, one, play a game like this that requires strategy that early, and two, you don't want to possibly just lose, right? Because you not only can't really discuss or talk about your decisions very intelligently when you're this tired, having just woken up, but you also are probably going to make mistakes that might cost you the run. So I normally avoid this. I sometimes do play Monster Train in the morning just because, it's nice, but I do it on my mobile game. And in that one I just I play by the 20-minute run rule where if my runs take longer than 20 minutes, I've lost. So I blitz really fast. And of course I'm losing a ton on mobile and stuff because of that. But it's a much easier way to kind of just get the brain going, right? But in this case, I've been awake for so long that I just decided at this point, I'm awake. I'm ready to play some Monster Train. Let's do it. So here we are. Let's get in. What are we on? Our previous run was a very peculiar run, right? It was very strange. We had Windleton, and we had a holiest shield play. And this was truly the absolute holiest of holiest shields, right? We had first Hell Pact, double stack, remove, consume. Just a ridiculous amount of defense there. There was a multi-striking plus 25 Tiny Stone Keeper of Echoes, which I had a couple of. That was pretty awesome. And then we had Thorn Lord kind of holding down the fort, and of course Strangler as well. This a really cool, by the way, Hope for Peace plus Intrinsic Pyregrow plus Cursed Vines synergy here. Just a very strange run where we were able to just do some really bizarre things. It's kind of hard to describe. I recommend checking it out. It was actually just a really weird run where things happened in just like strange orders, and I noticed things along the run that didn't make sense, but then made sense in the end. So we're now moving on to Solgard. Seems good. I like Solgard. I'm a big fan of this guy. I also just generally like Stygian. It's a fun clan to play, especially when you get, Hot Shark. We all love Hot Shark, so that's all I've got for you, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what we come up with today. Alright, let's see what Stygian has for us. It's all set up right? Yeah, looks good. Cool. Alright, hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. This start does not look particularly exciting. Actually looks quite bad if I'm being honest with you. Really bad, in fact. Wow, absolutely terrible. Good grief, it gets worse the longer I look at it. Wow, that's so bad. Wow. Well, I was doing pretty well, and then Monster Train gave me this nonsense. Seriously, I'm gonna skip around a bit. Look at this. I have Queen's Implings. They started me with Welder Helper and Glacial Seal units. I have Solgard, who is incant focused, and then the only spell they gave me in my opener is Energy Siphon, which is literally unplayable when enemies are not on my floor. So truly, this is some catastrophic starting stuff. And this is a Trainwreck episode. Wow, okay, well, hopefully you're all doing better than I am having looked at this opener. Good grief. Alright, let's do it. As always, whatever. Have a good morning and stuff. We are Exile Stygian, Exile Hellhorned. We're facing Double Barrel Daedalus, which is also scary. Rage Arcus, Diligent Seraph. I told you it got worse, right? Diligent Seraph with this opener is awful. Truly awful. With, yeah, Energy Siphon, Welder Helper, and Glacial Seal. This is a very bad start. This is so bad of a start that this is the kind of run that I debate is even possible to get to 200 shards without losing. Now, of course, they could just show some ridiculous high roll. out of the gate, right? We could high roll into something that just lets me throw away Solgard and pretend this is some other run, which would be ideal, I think. But this opener does not instill confidence. Anyway, temples are 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 5 temples, 3 of which are in the end, are very good. We're almost certainly going to play very low on shards and then do just like 3 infusions at the end of just random stuff into random stuff and hope to pull out basically 150 shards in the last 3 rings, is the way I'm imagining this. Because we are very weak right now. So weak that I would debate being able to turn on Solgard's Titan channel by Relentless in the mid-game, right? 9 incants, 10 incants rather, is just a lot when you have this much trash, and the only spells you have that can activate incants are foregone powers. We're not counting energy siphons. Enemies have to be on your floor for it, which is basically if you draw them in the first 2 turns, you literally can't benefit from it. Anyway. Let's see. We have the dupe on steel side on 8. Nothing special there. Removal dupe on 7. We might be able to get even more shards, right? Because I can do the dupe and removals there. That would work. No steel on 7. It competes with the magic shop. We have magic and trinket on 6. No magic shop. The steel shop's pretty good here. Vortex and steel and cave. We like that. Magic and steel on 5. Magic shop has the vortex and horde. That's quite good. Steel shop's not bad. It does have a cave and the money, so that's pretty decent. Steel shop Stygian banner money on 4, competing with a vortex horde, which is not actually that bad if I'm being honest with you. It's pretty reasonable. Early game has double magics. We have double Hellhorned banners, which is honestly okay. Right? I don't mind this. Maybe we get in on like a Steelworker. I'm trying to think of an example. Steelworker infused Horned Warrior with Endless Rage Imp or something, maybe? It's going to be tough because we'll have to survive the Divinity, but there's ways of doing that. Wow, what a bad opener. Good grief. I'm going to click on Ashes of the Fallen in my opener, though. That will improve the Queen's Implings a lot. Give me some direction here. Way better than Titan's Claws. Dire Channel, Titan Channel, I guess. I mean, we're not strong is the thing we need to keep in mind. We're actually quite weak right now. Things like this Divine Horde are rightfully scary, in my opinion. Pretty scary. I do need 50 shards by ring 6, so we have a lot of flexibility. I'd kind of prefer to look at the Horde. I think I will. I'll click it. Gurg's Goad is a great pickup here. This makes those Hellhorn banners that much stronger. Way better than Forgotten Name, Rules of Containment, whatever. Really strong clan, like Hellhorn relics here. Ridiculously powerful. I'm going to just eat damage here. If we can at least turn Solgard on for Relentless, we win, even if I roll very poorly on this, so it's fine. I'm going to play Solgard up top because I'm scared of not drawing enough incants by Relentless. We're just going to play out a bunch of stuff here. Do I want the Train Steward upstairs? Yes, in case there is a collector. Sure, fine. Cool, happy to have done it. Energy Siphon, incredible. The collector gives me an incant. We're going to blow up the guy on mid-floor, which is pretty cool. I actually think I might blow up the guy on mid-floor entirely. Clear that whole floor. Incant upstairs, because I think I have to. Normally I wouldn't, but I think I want to. Do damage. Great. Incant, of course. Of course. Sure. Seems reasonable. Generate 40 armor downstairs. That might do something to Relentless, right? It might. That's true. We're going to play the Glacial Seal up here, actually, and I'm probably going to let this die. Yes. Seems reasonable. Play the Train Steward downstairs for an extra 50. We almost kill the middle guy here. It is unfortunately not quite a kill, but it's fine. We do remarkably well down the stairs thanks to 40 armor from the Welder Helper. We take 5 for the trial, which is pretty good if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, it's pretty decent. We should win upstairs, no problems. Yeah, alright, we get there. Fine. Cool. Alright, so not too terrible for the unit trial. The Ashes of the Fallen doing some heavy lifting. I need to take spells. I mean, Titan's Gratitude. I really don't want extra discard spells, though. Energy Siphon, both of these are the worst spells they could have shown me. Where's my Offering Token? Where's my Flash Freeze? Where's my Crystallis? Heck, I would have taken what is it, a Crypt Builder here? Totally. Mollusk Mage, absolutely not. I skipped those. Those are all very bad. We get our pick of all 3 common imps, so we're going to click on a Fledgling Imp and never look back. Steelworker, 100%. Not only is Steelworker a demon, so it gets multi-strike intrinsically, it is defense, which I like. It's way better than Guard of the Unnamed here. Good. Okay. We'll go to the right. I have the possibility of Endless and multi-strike pickup. We're good with that. Large Stone. I'm going to spin this Large Stone first. There's no way I ever take this. Quick. Okay, it's all bad, in fact. Bummer. We get a Horned Warrior. We get a Rail Beater. Rail Beater is the best one here, right? But it does rely on me seeing an Endless eventually. No more Steel Shops early game. Interesting. We have Quick in the shop. Quick is good. Horned Warrior, a little... I like the 3rd hit. With the Steelworker Infusion, how do we feel about that? I really do like Rail Beater here, for the record. It's probably my favorite unit to pick up with Gurg's Goad because it intrinsically benefits from everything. And it comes baked in with 40 health, which is really, really good. It's one of the few setups here that can take, you know, multi-strike or quick and feel pretty good about it. And then we can do what? We could put Steelworker Infusion into it, and that's a pretty good defensive line. We already have the multi-strike. The problem is it only really works offensively if we have the Fledgling Imp on Endless. It's possible, though. I'm going to click Rail Beater. I think he's better here, marginally. And we're otherwise going to chill, I think. Don't do anything stupid. Nothing from this temple. We didn't get an Endless. We don't have anything fancy. Just move on at 15 shards. We're going to be running at very low numbers. Yeah, Mark of Invasion is no big deal. We should crush this. In fact, it's probably pretty cool that we have it. Sure, Solgard, Steelworker, and then we airdrop in the Welder Helper here, which does kill everything impressively. We'll take an Incant upstairs as well. Fine. Seems good. I'm going to go Rail Beater mid-floor here. We're leaking 1 upstairs, and that will have to be okay, I think. And then we play Fledgling Imp in front here. And you get 30, 30, 21, and we get the Collector. No problem. Amazing. We actually get the Collector, which is really impressive here, I think. We punch through that whole wave. It's pretty good. It's a good sense for how strong we are here, right? I mean, I might as well put the Glacial Seal in and then clear this floor out. There's really no reason not to. It gets rid of the curse, at least. And then we just triple blast downstairs. The Ashes of the Fallen doing serious work. I need Solgard enabled by Relentless, though. That's for sure. Cool, we take it. Great work. We actually win here, don't we? Yeah, we do. The double rage is a big deal here. It carries the early game pretty hard. We do great on this one. Cool. A Preserve or Crypt Builder. Both of these are not great. I think I'm going to click Preserve because I can just cast it, right? Even if I do end up discarding everything thanks to Foregone Powers, it's at least a spell that I can just play on any floor easily. Crypt Builder is less easy to play because it has to be activated from a discard here, or else I'm not spending any other Ember elsewhere. It's not good, but I'll take it. I'm going to click Hidden Passage. I'm happy to play some Ascends here. This is something I can play on an ally and be okay with it. I could go left and dupe the Fledgling Imp, which is genuinely quite decent. Magic Shop is very weak here. Although I guess Holdover, I could put it into a Hidden Passage. It's not a bad idea. I don't need the health. I don't necessarily need the Hellhorned banner either, right? We have all the picks we need. Steelworker into Rail Beater and then power it up by Fledgling Imp. Duping the Imp is pretty good, though. Sure, I'll go left. Why not? I think that's reasonable. I don't think the Magic Shop really offers that much. Yeah, I mean, I was never going to click Alpha Fiend or another Horned Warrior. I mean, we could actually do Horned Warrior into Rail Beater. The only thing is I don't think we have the defense to support this here. So I do think the Steelworker Infusion is going to be the most important thing we could do. And based on that, right, based on that, I'm anticipating we power up with Imps, and that will be enough. 4 hits. Even if I miss Multi-Strike, it's enough. So we just skip here. Before we click the dupe, let's see what we get in the temples. Intrinsic, huh? Not really sure what I'm going to do with that. We'll see. See what this cave has. Rare pick. Umbra is almost certainly the best. The opportunity of a Trample Stone is really good. I do like Awoken, generally speaking. The heals won't be as important with the armor on Rail Beater, so Unleash is not good. It does benefit Solgard, potentially. He generates armor, or rather, we generate armor on his floor, though. If we even decide to keep him, that is. I'm thinking it's Umbra, and if we fish for Umbra Stone, if we hit it, we feel really good. And if we miss it, we don't feel that bad. How do you feel about Furnace Tap here? It's one of those cards that you could theoretically play at the end of a combat to add an extra multi-strike, and it's pretty decent here. It makes Magic Shops better. We're going to go double steal on 5 and 6 for sure. We do see a Magic Shop on 7 potentially, depending on the state of our removal dupe there, right? We might go to that removal dupe and then go to the Magic Shop, depending on if we need that Magic Shop or not. So 7 and 8 are kind of question marks. This is a really good thing if we have Permafrost, though, right? Oh, I have Preserve. That's funny. I have Preserve, so it's not terrible, although Foregone Powers are going to obviously discard it at some point. I think we click the Furnace Tap. We usually use it at the end of combat, and that will kill something, almost certainly. Now, in this case, the dupe is just the Fledgling Imp. I'm not going to self-infuse him or anything. In fact, I'm staying at 15 shards because we are weak right now, and that's okay. I need to clean this run up, and we got lucky enough in the node generation that we are able to generate 150 shards very fast. I just need 50 shards walking into ring 6, pretty much. And I'm getting the relic on 5, so we're probably okay. How do you feel about Steelworker Rail Beater upstairs? Is that just better than Solgard here? Probably, actually. If I'm being honest with you, I think it is. Sure. Yeah, I actually just think it is. Cool, and I'm going to incant middle because I would like Solgard to activate at some point in the future. Cool. It's double barrel, so I don't love it. I'm going to play the Fledgling Imp upstairs because it tanks a bit. Yeah, that's for sure correct. We do 150 up top. That's pretty decent. Cool. We'll incant here. Alright, fine. Bomb on middle, no big deal. I can activate Solgard. I will... He might just die here. Right? 2, 5, 9 kills front. Yeah, 259, then 9 comes in and double barrel. He doesn't die, right? He's okay. He takes a bunch of damage, though. I don't want to play the Furnace Tap right now. We chill. I'd like a... I need to protect Solgard, so I do think this is just straight up Welder Helper upstairs here. Or rather, I need to protect this floor. It'll have to do. Then we're going to protect Solgard. Although I guess playing the Frostbite's not a bad idea. But putting down 40 armor seems better here, in my opinion. Sure. It's going to be a lot of damage coming in upstairs. Especially with the bomb. Ooh, boy. Alright. Interesting. Actually, this Welder Helper does a great job of clearing stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm going to bomb middle and then ascend here. Although I do think it's nice getting rid of the Train Steward. It might enable me to draw into one of my other things. Yeah, let's just do that. Get rid of Mr. Train Steward here. We take a little bit of damage, but I'm not mad about it, right? It's like 2. Yeah, sure, whatever. Fine. Now downstairs, we clear upstairs, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and ascend the tank out of the way, which is cool. Then I'm going to double bomb here and do 40. And I think we're in an okay state. Solgard is doing a respectable amount here. Yeah, Solgard does a respectable amount. You probably could actually just win by playing Fledgling Imp mid-floor, right? It's a lot of damage and a lot of turns. Yeah, I mean, we actually just win by doing this. Don't mess around. Easy. I was thinking about preserving it or whatever. It doesn't matter. Mathematically, with the ashes, we're way ahead there, so that's good. Okay. Siren Song. Sure. That seems like a reasonable amount of defense to add to the run. It's a good intrinsic pickup. Spike of the Hellhorned is bad. One Horn's Tome, unnecessary. It's doable, right? It's a good -2 target. I might prefer the Furnace Tap play instead, though. I think we do want to take a spell. I'm going to grab Siren Song here. I like that defense. Consumer of Crowns. Theoretically playable. Still not clicking him. Wow, we got Demon Fiend and Consumer of Crowns in a single draft. Look at that, everyone. We did it. We monster trained. It's the ultimate of trains of monsters. It's fine. We have all the stuff we need at this point. We just kind of skip this and look at this 100x2 longingly. It would be very difficult to play him, even with all of our imps. It would be very difficult to play him. I do not think it is the pivot. You might be able to pull it off, but I don't think you want to risk it here. We have everything else already locked in. If I didn't have Steelworker and Railbeater already, I might consider it more, but we skip here. It's fine. Take the money and move. Now, this case, I think it is just card draw, right? I want to draw faster into stuff. Yeah. We can mess with Ember and other options later, I think. Go to the Steel Shop. We need to look. There's a lot of good things we can hit here. Endless, Multi-Strike, Quick. All 3 of these things are good, which makes this shop very strong. Sure, Quick, great. I'm in, right? Quick Railbeater is functional. It is a form of defense. How do I feel about that? Do I need it? Not really. It's good, though. It's very good, I think. I think we go for the Quick. Yeah, we take it. Sure, buddy. He's got the 30 armor. Spin this. I have a 2 and 3 of hitting. Endless. Incredible. We have Endless Fledgling Imp now. Wonderful news. I could load him out with a multi-strike here, or rather a +25. 4 hits on the floor. 4 hits on the floor is not bad. We probably should do better. Oh man, they showed me Endless Hot Shark. It's okay, because I think the Endless Imp is way more important. I would never have taken this. I'm still going to grab Shark, actually. He's great. He helps, right? If we end up on the 4-hit universe, then Shark does a lot of heavy lifting. This also makes future Steel Shops really good, because a second Endless is now enabled, right? Yeah, we're going to gamble on Titan Channel 2. He's going to be hard to activate. I'm going to take the money so this Steel Shop is a little better. 25 shards is acceptable here. I think that's like 1 upgraded unit. We're going to chill and move on. We should be strong enough to beat this. It's Clip Tormentors. I'm going to take the armor here because it's a low damage combat, and it's unlikely that we're going to get things that are too dangerous. Shark goes middle. It gives me guaranteed Collector. It's going to be Railbeater Steelworker upstairs again, I think for sure. Railbeater drops in, that's fine. Solgard, I guess, can go live on middle, maybe? Bottom, possibly? I don't know about that. Maybe middle. I'll play a middle, sure. Dumpster, a Train Steward here. We'll try our best. You know, we get the Collector. That's great news. Cool. We'll take it. The only thing I've got to really watch out for... I want to play this imp. Right. So, I mean, I need to play Steelworker. There's pretty much no world I don't. Cool, so we're dropping him in. Now, I need to play this imp, or I think we're in a bad space. So I'm going to eat this curse here for sure. The question just becomes, do I play the imp downstairs? I probably play it upstairs and just let it sit. The thing is, I want it to die, right? I don't want it to get armor. I think we play it downstairs and we let it just ride here. We take this hit and then we move on. I don't want it to generate armor because I want it to die. This is actually very important, right? Airdrop in the imp. Okay, this is perfect, right? About as good as we could hope to get. I'm going to go ahead and try to work on Solgard. It's unlikely we get it good, but we'll maybe get there. 4 shards, whatever, fine. Okay. Poor Solgard. Alright, airdrop in the fledgling imp. It's cool. He's doing great work. Incredible. The floor is actually able to clear stuff out, which is pretty neat. Big fan of that. Okay. Woof. What a floor, huh? Fledgling Imp does still die successfully. Hey, I'll take it. That's pretty decent, actually. This works out in our favor. We still do Fledgling Imp, and it works out perfectly, right? Perfect. Honestly, about as good as you could have hoped for, in my opinion. Solgard is not even turning online, by the way. There's just no hope. We're 100% relying on top floor here. So, that's just the name of this game, I suppose. Is it even worth trying? No, he never even gets to attack. It's so depressing. I'm glad like I said, I'm glad we kind of high-rolled into something else, because it's bad, right? Solgar literally does nothing here. I actually think the correct play is we do enough damage that I would rather have 40 more armor here. So I'm just going to airdrop in Mr. Welder Helper and we chill. It's over. We clear the back line at least. That's kind of fun. And we easy win this combat. Cool. I mean, alright, sure, I take 3 damage. We get the trial and get out of it. It's fine. Click on Crystalline Seeds. Yes. It's diligent, plus I really want spells. Branding Rite, Spike of the Hellhorned, you could play it at 0. Branding Rite's pretty decent. I don't have a lot of health, though, is the thing. You only get to cast it once. I guess you could put it on Shark, maybe. It's not terrible. I lean towards Spike, though. You could Battering Ram here, but it's a really hard spell to play. I'm gonna take this Spike. Sure. Grab something. Okay, we go left. Again, a multi-strike and an endless are both great, right? Because we have the shark. So this steel shop is really good. Large stone, I'm not mad about it. Just re-roll that, sure. Large stone, quick. I mean, Monster Train, why not, right? Why not Monster Train? Sure. Faulty Loader. Faulty Loader is almost certainly the right pick here, yeah? It disables turn 1 diligent enemies. We're slow, it helps. I'm gonna take Faulty Loader, yes. What a bummer. We got quick Large Stone again? Ugh. I'm gonna buy removals on Train Stewards here in order to at least make this power up a little bit possible. I don't need to worry about infusions for the late game here because I have so many garbage units. Do you want to trade for money? You trade for money if you're going to this trinket shop, but I think we have to go to the steel shop coming up, right? Yeah, I think so. Man, Solgard really is just getting thrown away. Our infusions are easy here, right? First infusion is going to be Imp into Imp. Second infusion is Steelworker into Railbeater. That happens on 6 and then 7. We dupe on ring 7, assuming I actually get a good upgrade on 6. If we get the multi-strike, then we're going to dupe the friend on 7. If we don't, then we're going to look on ring 8 and do the dupe then. So then we at least see a magic shop, which is nice. If I had taken the rationing scales, this pyre health would have been a non-factor, which is kind of funny to think about, but that's okay. I'm not mad about this. I still feel better about having the faulty loader, knowing we have Diligent coming up. So there's that. It's kind of nice having this money, right? But it's also a little bit risky. This is going to be a 40 shard ring 5, which is not that bad if it's harvesters or something, but it still could be dire, right? Because we're not, remember, we're strong, but we also have a dead champion essentially, so, and a lot of trash units. I think we kind of just chill here and preserve our pyre health. How much money do I need? I don't think I need that much. We're going to favor ourselves more by removing another train steward here and then moving on, I think. Yeah, that's fine. 30 with 6 card draw is acceptable. Multi-strike on Hidden Assault. It's a little dicey, but I think we get it, right? We have double imp triggers, and I have some fairly strong imps. Right, let me think about this for a moment. Shark should go middle, but we're not activating... We're not getting a mid-floor clear on... Because he's not getting pinged, right? Because of the Silent Marksman angle. I want to leave space middle for Queen Zimplings, maybe? So I think it is Titan Sentry middle, Rail Beater upstairs, Solgard downstairs? He could potentially get activated, sure. Okay, we're fine. Steelworker up top is your friend. 100%. I do not want to play Imp upstairs because it becomes permanent. This next wave is no big deal. We got an upgraded front line here, which is a bit of a bummer. I don't want to put armor on the back, though. Big problems, right? This is a scary floor. Always is. Always is. This mid floor is not a threat. 20 damage. I'm going to play the imp down here. I think it's fine trade. We might be able to clear Mr. Frontline. Okay, yeah, we're feeling a little better about this. I do think we wish to Fledgling Imp middle. This is going to be weird, but it makes the Titan Sentry attack, and the Imp is going to attack into spikes and kill itself. This is good because it means that I can get the Imp upstairs next turn in a convenient way, right? It kills itself, which does a lot of damage here, so that's good. Play, I suppose, Spike of the Hellhorned upstairs, right? 2 Rage at least does something. Sure. Okay, and then we put the Imp in front up top. Alright. Now, what I think we actually do here is... Shark dies middle. I'm tempted. I think the right choice is to Elevator the Clip Defender and accept some measure of damage here. We take 4. Yeah, he takes 30, 19, 23. I can get him with the Foregone Power, right? He goes 25 damage, he has 28, he gets shot in 1, which means I only take the 2, which is an improvement. We clear middle pretty comfortably, that's good. Sure. So, I think we need to... How do I approach this? You can clear mid-floor, but I want this Imp to die, but the Imp might not die anyway, is something to consider, right? Because we're going to have the Rail Beater slamming. I think if you... Bottom floor, if it walks, right, is going to be Rail Beater hits twice into the marksman's, and then this back guy essentially has to get killed by Rail Beater, or rather Steelworker, which I think will be possible, right? So I will leave bottom floor, we're going to clear middle, and I'm going to save 2 health upstairs. And that will be it, right? True. And then you play the imp upstairs. He will get killed by the tank, I think. And this works out. Yeah. Sure. Seems okay. This mathematically should work out, right? Check it. It does. It does. Oof. We take a bunch of damage for this, though. Oh, it's because 3 units are dying. He gains 30 armor. I didn't think that through, did I? No, that's a bummer. I did not think that through. Clear the backline, guys, at least. That's nice. So, I take a bunch of damage. I take 24 damage for this angle. I could have potentially taken less, but I don't know how much that would have helped. I would have taken 0 here. I take a bunch. I take 24 for it. Solgard does literally nothing. Impressive. Impressive. Good job, Solgard. Very cool. You could just play the Fledgling Imp now. It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm going to get a second play next turn anyway. But I'd like to make sure I have Ember for Furnace Tap, which I guess I will no matter what. It kind of doesn't matter. I might as... I mean, you play him now, and then you get some foregone powers into the boss. It's better this way. It's the same, right? Cool. Press end turn, we get out of this. I take 24 damage for this angle. Was it correct? I don't know. I don't think so. Pyrowall's great. I'll happily grab that. Unnamed Tome, Snap Click. Of course. I'm going to click March of Shields. It's a hard spell to take. Impressive is actually maybe the pick. Endless Imp. Use it to kill your own imp is pretty cool. I think Impressive is it, actually. Yeah. Is that correct? 24 damage for that? I could have obviously killed him by playing things in a different order, and I know that I could have. I even talked about it. The question is just, would that have been enough damage? One less imp play into the boss is what that would have resulted in? Debatable. I think it would have been okay. It's fine. I swear to God, Monster Train, if this is another large stone quick, I'm going to lose my mind. Monster Train, what are you doing? Ugh, stop giving me large stone. Just ridiculous. Alright, at least it's endless, so Shark is pretty decent here. Fine. Good grief. What a terrible, terrible set of stuff. Alright, do I give up on this multi-strike angle? I guess I could just go right, dupe and self-infuse Shark on ring 7, and then we go left on ring 8, and we can do the final check. Yeah, that's the angle, so we don't have to give up on Railbeater here. I do think we go Imp into Imp, though, on this particular one. This is a good one to do. We're at the point of the run where I actually have to completely pop off, though, right? We're past... It's what, 6, 7, and 8? I need shards. Yeah, we pop off. Okay. Purge Stone, bummer. I guess I have to take it. Spell Chain. I'm looking at this like, well, what do I want to Spell Chain? Am I going to even see a magic shop? No, I'm not seeing a magic shop on this entire run. Cool. Extremely cool. Now, I could see a -2, right? You could see a -2, so the Siren Song is maybe worth taking as a result. And with Endless Shark, this is pretty decent. So let's go in the Siren Song here. You might also consider Furnace Tap. You maybe see a -2 for that. That'd be kind of neat, but I don't think so, because the 3-cost one is going to be essentially unplayable. In the worst of cases, the Siren Song has a second copy that costs 2, and that's maybe sometimes playable, so we'll do this. I have to take everything. I'm going to burn an Energy Siphon here because this card is truly catastrophically bad on this run. I have to take everything. Cool. Good chat. I have plenty of units, so my infusions are no question. Fine. I kind of don't want to burn spells, but I also don't really need spells if you think about it a little bit, so... I'm just going to get rid of a Welder Helper, probably. Sure, that seems fair. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the cave now. Minor refraction is interesting. There's a lot of interesting options here. You could just make Railbeater tiny. What does that do for you? It just means I get Solgard on the floor, which I guess is good. I mean, it's not terrible. The idea of actually activating Solgard is pretty slim, though, right? It's not great. I guess you could get Shark on the floor, too. Shark tanks for everyone? What a ridiculous idea. I kind of like playing Shark lower floor, though, right? Is it worth it to get Solgard on the floor in exchange for the slot on Railbeater? I could just make Titan Sentry huge, right? He could become gigantic. And then I have to replay him fewer times, which is itself valuable, right? He's big. He attacks into spikes, and sometimes he gets more triggers. Him being gigantic is pretty cool. I think we hold out hope that we see a multi-strike, right? I've got all my dupes lined up, so I think we hold out hope. I think so. I don't think Tiny Stone saves this run in any meaningful way. Yeah, we'll go Behemoth Titan Sentry. That seems okay. If I have to play him fewer times, that's honestly worthwhile. Okay, sure. Don't spend any more of your money. We need to go... I mean, I guess you can. We're going to a removal dupe next, but... This 180 gold removal is not buying me a ton here, so I think we just move on. It's fine. Alright, we have Giant Shark. Giant Shark is extremely exciting. Why? Because he's huge. He gets to punch this man for 60 damage, and that's pretty neat. Okay, I'm going to go Steelworker upstairs, and then we're going to drop the Welder Helper in. This seems bad, except that I can Impressive out the Imp, so that's fine. Sure. Seems okay. We play the Railbeater here. I'm going to click the Siren Song on this one, because if I could Daze stack here, it might be kind of cool, right? Maybe I turn on Solgard at some point in this run, who can say? Draw me Impressive, please. Or don't. Sure, Monster Train, also fine. I think if I Elevator this guy, he does not die, so... This is all pretty rough. If I'm being honest with you, it's all pretty rough. I think we're going to Crystalline Seeds here and hope for the best on this one. 71. Alright, this buddy hits me for 9 damage, I think, is what this comes down to. And it just goes right to Pyrewall, so that's probably fine. There might be the possibility that we activate Solgard, which is cool. I'm going to Elevator Quill Marksman here. Just get him out of there. Because he also dies. And then we Foregone Power and maybe... Right, 30 plus 9 is 39, which kills this guy, so it's fine. Yeah, we're fine. Put some Frostbite downstairs. Sure. He should die right by 1 health, right? Yeah, cool. Alright, we're fine there. Great work. Alright, now... I am going to sacrifice Fledgling Imp downstairs because I haven't drawn Impressive yet, and that's okay. Sure. Let's get... I don't want to sacrifice more units. Gross. We let it ride. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Cool. So the actions are Unnamed Tome downstairs for sure. Impressive upstairs for sure. Look at that. Look at that. Spell weakness activated. I'm a genius. Oh no, foregone power. It's fine, right? It's fine. If I play the imp up here, it's good scaling. Big fan. He goes to 50 by 2, kills a man. Does a pretty decent job of it. We're gonna leak this guy on mid-floor, probably, it seems. I'm still gonna play it. It's right to do. We do 300 and something damage there. It'll have to do. It's a nice play into the boss, at least, which is good. I don't think we clear up here, though, right? No, we do not. So, with that in mind, and without having this clear, how do you feel about anything, right? This guy's gonna hit me for 24? Thank you, Wall. Unfortunately, the Ember Drain cost me the double Siren Song here, which would have killed them all. So that's a bummer. You could maybe go 56-56 here. It doesn't get the single kill, sadly. Could put this armor in front. 56, 56, 112. 112 guarantee does actually save me 12 health. So if I do this angle, he dies in 2 now, which is at least 24, which is an improvement. Sure. Ouch, but fine. We actually activate our friend here, which is pretty crazy, in my opinion. So that's cool. Unbelievably, we actually pull it off. So that's neat. I guess I'm gonna blast them downstairs. No reason not to. Solgard online. For the first time in the entire mid-game, he activates. Solgard about to 1v1 the boss. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? Solgard does a lot of damage to the boss here. Actually fine. Solgard with Furnace Tap attacks twice. Hey, I mean, it could have been worse, right? It certainly could have been worse. Let's just play Queen's Impling into Fledgling Imp here and do 66. And then we get the Imp next turn and we easy win this, right? It's over. Cool. Ah, man, we took a lot of damage. Thank you, Wall, for saving my life. I'll take it. Transcend Imp is almost certainly the pickup. Yep, just click them. I think I need Ember. Let me be honest with you. I have so much garbage that takes so much Ember. It's hard to play everything. Even with all this zero-cost stuff, we're just really struggling. So, I really want Ember. Second card draw could be cool, but I'm not seeing magic shops right, so... What if we miss the -2? We don't get... What, Siren Song is almost unplayable? I think we're going to take Ember and we're going to deal with it, right? This just seems important. I go to the right. I get Pyre Health. I'm going to dupe Shark and Self-Infuse Shark here. Good. Great. Excellent work. Shark Self-Infuse here is for sure the action. Wonderful. Good job. I get another Spell Chain and an Intrinsic. Intrinsic is fun on something like Siren Song, potentially, but it's not bad to have it, right? I have to go hard. The Spell Chain here is, what, impressive, I guess? Preserve, maybe? Unnamed Tome, possibly? None of these are good. You could put this in Furnace Tap, but that seems wrong. What if I put it in Spike? That's terrible. Hidden Passage? Man, my spells are so bad on this run. So bad. We're really struggling here. Intrinsic Preserve lets you hold on to something for a while. Drop it later. It's not bad, right? Lets you delay. Interesting choices. I'm going to Intrinsic Preserve because it seems the most useful of these, generally speaking. I have to spell chain something here. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, the angle here is we get 50 and then we dupe for 15, which should put me at, what, 65 coming out of this next one? That's 205 shards. So we're going to be fine on shards. It's just rough. I'm going to spell chain the Unnamed Tome because I think it's the best thing here. We're going to struggle to play something like spell chain Furnace Tap. I already struggled to play it once. It's not good in Spike. Impressive was my other thought, but that seems... I don't know, I'd rather redraw. I'm going to put it into this. It's not good, but it'll have to do. I now get to remove 2 more pieces of junk. One of them is going to be Glacial Seal. Sorry, bud. You're not it. And one of them is going to be a Queen Zimpling, I think. Fun fact, if we see another Endless, I'm putting it into Transcendent, but we're actually just going to hard pivot into Tia Machine Gun and end the run that way. So keep that in mind as an option. It's something I'm considering. We're going to cut a Queen Zimpling here. I don't need this many. Sure, fine. Great. What a good run. Are we going to ever activate Solgard again? Probably not. You could, if you're giving up on Solgard entirely, you could actually pivot Dire Channel here and maybe he shoots something and kills it. He might kill a Wiltwing. Maybe. It's pretty rough. It's really rough. I think you pivot on Dire Channel here for the opportunity of maybe killing a Wiltwings. It's really sad. I don't think he ever gets enough shards fast enough. I think he's just getting thrown away. I'm gonna do Titan Channel 3. I actually think the possibility of activating him is worth the higher score or the higher damage numbers, right? The risk here of not turning him on is true either way. Do you, like, be honest with you, do you ever think I'm getting 5 incants by turn 3 here? Pretty unlikely. I mean, maybe. Maybe he kills a Wiltwings, but then Shark kills it anyway, so I kind of just don't care. So we'll just take Titan Channel 3. Maybe he activates and kills an enemy or something. Alright, we move on. Woof. Mark of Invasion. This is a lot of damage to me here. This is a lot of damage to me here. I definitely take damage. I might lose my floor. I don't think I can take this. Right? Think about this. How much damage is this taking me? At least 30? Maybe worse. I have 3 banner units is the problem, and if I guess I have an intrinsic... I have an intrinsic preserve. Which means I could not play Steelworker if I draw him turn 1. That's the thing, right? Steelworker could just die. Big risk. But you could keep him alive, I suppose. I think we need the power. I'm going to gamble on this. Yeah, I think I'm gambling on this. There's a lot of things we could draft that are okay. Yeah, like Queen Zimpling is an exceptional hit up here. It just kills 2 guys. Pretty cool. And now you can conveniently play... Right, you super can play Steelworker. Although I actually don't have to, right? Although I'd love to foregone power something mid-floor. I guess I could just ascend this Wiltwings. This is a tricky one. The right way I think of handling this is you sack 10 health on Steelworker. It's tough, right? I think we let this 10 walk on me. I can avoid Ember Drain here because I played the Imp, right? That is a perk. But I really want to foregone power mid-floor here and kill a guy. Interesting. A lot of things I could draw next turn that change this in a variety of ways, but like even an Unnamed Tome stops a lot of damage here. I don't think I want to gamble on discarding Steelworker here is the problem, right? Foregone power might hit Steelworker, and that feels pretty bad. Especially gets more likely if I play the Preserve first. So an option is play Steelworker, take 10, hope for good draw. You could always put Shark in front of... Actually, no, you can't. You cannot fit Shark in front of Rail Beater, which is funny. I think we have to do it this way, right? This way. This bottom floor, by the way, is nonsense. What do you mean? What do you mean I got upgraded both, all three of them upgraded? Woof. I think we take this. I'm willing to replay this combat if I need to. I think I have to ascend the Steel Wings to have any hope of dealing with this floor. So we're going to do that. I'm going to play the Preserve for the Shard and then kill a man middle, I think. And we let it ride. Very big gambles here. I have to play Rail Beater in front in order to have a hope of this, I think. Yeah, it's true. Rail Beater has to go in front. It's a bummer, but it's fine. Yeah, that's true. I think we do need a Shark middle. We don't get the Collector, which is hilarious, but I suppose that is just sort of how this is going to go. Do we really whiff here? He kills himself on spikes? Is that real? Oh, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer, in fact. Well, he dies on spikes. That's bad. Okay, fair enough. Monster Train, sure. Play this thing middle. I get to Impressive at least, which is nice. We're gonna send that. That's good. And then we spike here. And we can Foregone Power to still kill him. Which is something, I suppose. Weird. Weird. Foregone Power, we still get the kill. Okay, it'll have to do. I take another 10. Fine. We airdrop in the Imp. The Imp lives, which is unfortunate. Mid-floor is looking pretty decent. Let's play some Imps out, I suppose. You may as well do it. I don't like that it's a bummer because top floor creates like this weird situation. I have to play mid floor. I think we're in a bad situation here. I'm going to create survivability on this floor in kind of an odd way, right? I want to play the Welder Helper into the Transcend Imp to create a strong floor. I think that has to happen, right? I think just playing Transcend Imp is insufficient to win this run. So we're going to have to... We go hard here, right? I don't want to take this damage, though, is the problem I'm dealing with. I have to stop this 75. Although if I play the Transcend Imp, I go 174, so he pops the front too. We're actually fine. Yeah, go Welder Helper into Transcend Imp here. And we go hard. Fair enough, right? He hits twice and kills the front two, and this works out in our favor. And we clear it with only 10. We get the Unnamed Tome downstairs, which is pretty cool. I'll take that. I leave the Imp here, right? Because he has 80 armor, which is about as good as you could have hoped for, I think. So, sure. Goodbye, Solgard, you tried. He did, in fact, try. We preserve the Furnace Tap here. I ascend the Multi-Striker, and I think we just chill. This is actually a win on this combat with no problems. Cool. Great work, in fact. Somehow we janked our way through that combat in an unbelievable fashion. Only took 10. Unreal. Unbelievable. And hopefully we can ramp from here. At least that's the hope. Second Preserve. really not good to add, but I don't hate it. Frenzied Swarm is maybe the better angle. Just get a Daze turn in there. We'll click it. Sure, why not? Imp in a Box. Seems good. No matter what I pop out of that Imp in a Box, it's going to be nuts with the Ashes of the Fallen, so it's also a really good spell to have here. We just take it. I go left. I have to. Requirements. Do the infusion, right? We just play it all out. Wow. A plus 30 and a 10 in piercing. I guess this impressive is going to pop off, huh? I really don't have a choice. I'm glad I took it. Good grief. Look for the Endless real quick, because Endless, I think, changes this a bunch. Quick. Not going to take the quick. We spin this, see what we hit. Multi-strike. Okay, with a multi-strike, we know our plan. Our plan is Steelworker into Rail Beater. We get it at the 11th hour. Cool. Great. Take the multi-strike here into Rail Beater. He is super online. I'm going to look for a Pyrestone housing. Possibly it matters. Jackstrip's Collection of Tails. Boon of the Blacksmith. Reroll that. Cuddlebeard is sick. We click that. That makes Shark ridiculous. We don't see it. No problem. We go for the dupe here. It will do. 205 shards. Boys and girls, we somehow did it. Unbelievable. I get a removal. Why can't I remove Solgard? Honestly, hammered chest plates might be the angle here. It makes it a little harder to get the imp killed, but the imp is going to die no matter what. The extra health could just straight up matter, in my honest opinion. Removal is not terrible. We're never beating Diligent here, is the thing to keep in mind. We never catch up and win on Diligent. It's fine. The only spell I really would like to protect is Impressive because it kills an imp. And I have Quick. So it would basically be like removing Queen's Impling or something here, right? Everything is kind of bad. I'm just going to take the hammered chest plates. This seems more effective use of my money. Helps Shark, helps everything, technically. Why couldn't it have been Forever Flame? It's okay, Monster Train, I forgive you. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Good luck, team. 205 out of 100, we did it. Trainwreck, it is a Trainwreck episode still. And let's hope for the best. Diligent, don't murder me, please. I know what you're gonna think. You're gonna think, why didn't I spend Battlestone into Imp or something? And the answer is straight up, I just don't want to add any complexity that's gonna make it worse. Solgard, why are you here? Play Shark bottom floor? Cool. That seems good to me, right? Yes. Now you could ascend Middleman, which I actually think is probably pretty good here. Queen's Impling, sure. Play the Queen's Impling, it's fine. I lose a little bit of Frostbite next turn, but it's good to get this thing out of here, I think. Yeah, true. It messes up some damage. I don't really care that much. I'll ascend... Ascend the Light Wings. It's the scariest unit, I think. Put some Frostbite into the boss, I guess. Here's Preserve. Incredible. Look at me, I did it. Frostbite this boss, sure. This guarantees that the Light Wings doesn't actually walk into my Pyre and do 5 million damage to me, which is certainly worth it. Very cool. Okay, we play some guys. Great. Bottom floor looking excellent here. Wonderful news. Lay out the Queen's Impling, I suppose. We do, what is this? 10, 20, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 20, and then 60. So that's not a lot, but it's maybe enough. Not really sure what my plan is. I guess we'll play out the Imp. Sure, bud. He dies to that guy in the back. Incredible. I'm gonna just let these sit. It's fine. We're probably leaking something, and I'm actually just gonna be okay with it, I think. Right? Hey, Crystalline Seeds upstairs. Incredible work. Happy to have that. Amazing. I'm currently leaking 3 Pyre health. Bummer. I think it's worth it to play this spike here and take the 1. Yeah, because it gets that kill, actually, which is pretty cool. Bottom floor, everything does kind of pass away. I'll want to gamble on the discard here. You might hit the Vengeful Shard. You miss, it's fine. Whatever, I take 1. Okay. It is nice getting that much Frostbite down, at least. That's for sure. Keep playing that out. Burn the card upstairs. Pyre Chomper? That's funny. Play a Molting Imp. Doesn't really matter. Oh no, less Frostbite or whatever. It's fine. I don't really care. Sure. The rest of this is okay. Yeah, fine. I need to get my good imp in. Get the good imp going. Okay, we see the good imp. He's cruising. I pretty much just need to play this imp and hope we redraw some better stuff. More or less. There's really not much else fanciness to be had here. It's actually preferable to burn some random garbage spells so I don't redraw them. So I will do that, I think. Sure. Put the imp in play, I think, is the angle here. I don't want to get him... I mean, I might just redraw. There's enough hits here, I don't think we're going to do anything too excellent. Yeah, just play the imp, it's fine. It's fine. Sure, whatever. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of all whatever to me. None of these plays make a big difference, is the most important takeaway here. So, the most important thing I can do, in my opinion, is get my units cleared out to the best of my ability. Right, it's just true. Cool. I need to draw impressive here, I think, is the angle. This shark is doing humongous amounts of work, by the way. Just truly astronomically successful. Of course it discarded. Ah, Monster Train, how could you? Grotesque. Monster Train, how could you do it to me? I discarded impressive first time. I might have to replay this, because our damage is so bad that it's actually very impressive. I don't know, right? Maybe I don't play Solgard. I'd like to get the shark elevated here, right? Furnace tap. I'm going to hold on to it, I suppose. I don't know. We played our imp literally once. Literally once. This is not going to win, right? 100%? I can blow a man up, I guess. And then we can transcend imp. Does this win? Oh my god. Alright, Monster Train. Sure, why not? Unreal. I don't know how that wins. That was dumb. But hey, I guess we take it. Goodbye, Seraph? Question mark? What is this? Blank pages? Sure, I'm sure I have space for whatever you're gonna give me, huh? Any bets on if this gives me something stupid, like Trample Penumbra? I really can't afford to add garbage to my deck, right? I actually think I skip this because Solgard is bad enough that I'm considering not playing him, and I don't want to add worse things. Like, what could they add? What could they give me that actually feels good here, right? Shardtail Queen? Yeah, just give me Imperialist. That would be pretty cool, actually. I would take that. Maybe I click this and hope for Imperialist. I'm going to take blank pages because this could bail me out. Straight up, this could bail me out or do nothing, and you know what? It is what it is. At this point, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just take the thing that might work and move on. Okay, Shark, please. I'm going to actually preserve Railbeater here. We'll play out the Queen Zimpling, just get it shot. I'm going to go ahead and Crystalline Seeds downstairs because that's good. and we sit on this. Cool. That seems like a decision for a turn. Yeah, here you go. Thanks, Spine Chief. I guess you might as well exist. He attacks, technically. Shark goes mid-floor here, for sure. How do I feel about top floor on this one? Do we sit on this? Do I just sack the imp? I might just sack the imps, right? It's a pretty decent play. You act like this is weird, but it's actually not bad. We ramp fast, and I have a permafrosted friend, which is pretty good. It's a lot of frostbite on mid-floor. I'm good with that. How do you feel about Hornbreaker Prince here? He's definitely stronger than... Huh. He is stronger than Railbeater, kind of. Kind of? Kind of. Let's Elevator something mid-floor. I think this is straight up just Steelworker Railbeater Buddy. We get them in play, and then we airdrop in the Imp here, and that is about as good of a play as we're going to get, I think. I need to hit Dazes, I think. I'm going to Elevator Spikes Person up. It's good to do. And then I'm going to Foregone Power, and I think we don't play the Prince here. Fine. Again, we kind of anticipated garbage from blank pages, and that's just going to be okay, I think. Come on. Stop giving me Spine Chief. What are you doing? Place Titan Sentry mid-floor. It is straight up critical. I am going to play the Imp in a box and see what we hit. It's not good. I want to... I think I need to double Siren Song here, or at least single Siren Song I think is necessary. And then I think it is keep play Imp, right? I'm likely to draw into the Impressive, so play the Imp anyway. I think it's good. And we're going to go ahead and silence Chains right away. Reasonable. All of these are reasonable, I think. Fine. Sure. Decent turn. Okay, Shark clears that floor in a big way. We should beat this out. What's this Hornbreaker Prince? Get him, bud. I don't know. What are you doing? What is happening? I think the angle here is straight up just Frenzied Swarm. Upstairs. Cool. I suppose I'll play the other card. Great. We Frenzied Swarm to add 1 extra days to the boss. We clear the wave. It's fine, I suppose. Ugh, of course, Prince getting farmed out. Yeah? Yeah, great news. It's going to be Titan Sentry middle because I think that's critical. We're going to go ahead and Impressive Blast here, which does, I think, do a bajillion damage to this man. And then I really, really, really want to click Siren Song. Siren Song here doing days 3 is 3 with 10 is simply 50 damage, 150. I can add 8. I can take 24 here, but add 3 days to the boss, and I think it's so worth it. Right? I take 24 from this. Yeah, because he's taking 50, 50, 50 is what this looks like. And that's 150. And then 1 round. So the Foregone Power does not add anything here. This middle floor is a bummer. We at least fortunately do get a very high power refreshed Shark for mid floor, which I think is worth it. Rally Queen. I almost got excited there. Shark does huge work here. Okay, so angle is Fledgling Imp downstairs. I'm gonna play the Queen. Get it, bud. Fledgling Imp downstairs. This may seem crazy, but remember, I didn't hit a big Transcendent play here, right? I don't have the Ember on this guy. But this brings us up to truly astronomical levels of offense, which is essentially a W. It's like W next turn, right? We just win. I think it's true, right? I think we just win here, right? Do we get it? Unbelievable, we did it. Monster Train. Echo Right, sure, why not, champ? Unreal. Amazing news. Great. Awesome. Game is actually easy. This was a very well played run, is the way I will describe what we just did. Yeah, alright, Hef. Great job. Thank you for blank pages. You did not help me. You gave me Rally Queen and Reaper Prince and like 3 Wormkin units. You're doing great. I can't believe we actually won that, and it was actually very clean in the end. So, pretty cool. I am gonna briefly talk about what went right here, but beyond that, it's just a bizarro set of circumstances. A ridiculously bad start, but we made up for it with the Ashes Gurg's Goad. I think the way we handled the late game shards was super critical here. Very well played. Our spells are god-awful. It's like one good spell, and that's it. You have Impressive, and then I guess Unnamed Tome. The Siren Song ended up being important. I think I could have taken or left the spell chain here, but, you know, fair enough. Shark did huge work, especially with Cuddlebeard. Just like an absolute monster. Solgard was dead. The name of this episode is Why Can't I Remove My Champion, or something to that effect, because it's truly abysmal. We just played a Hellhorned run plus Titan Sentry with some imps, and that was good. So, really not much else to add. This run was awful, and yet it looked good in the end, so hey, we're obviously pretty decent at the video game. And woof. I'm gonna let y'all go there, because that is, I think, enough to be said about this. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Whew, take care, folks.